Hi everybody, my name is Jaden.
I'm Eli.
I'm Jason.
I'm Caden.
And we are the Yahushua and Torah YouTube channel.
And we thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with us. And we are going through what we call the laws, statutes, and commandments of Messiah Yahushua. And Caden, for those who do not know who Yahushua is, can you tell us who that is?
Yahushua is the Messiah. He is the person that died for our sins. He was the son of the Creator. And his name is Yahushua. His name is not Jesus. There was never any spelling like that unless you were Greek.
Right. And so who do we call our Creator? Because we don't call him God. Who do we call him?
We call him Yahuwah or Yah. When Moses was talking to the burning bush, he's like, "What do I call you?" He's like, "What do I tell him?" Pharaoh, the people, he goes, "Tell him I am that I am," and that translates to Yod He Vav He, behold the hand, behold the nail, which means Yahuwah.
Yeah, and what does Yahushua mean? What does the name Yahushua mean?
It means salvation.
And what else does it mean? Yah is with us. There's a lot of stuff, and we do not, based on the scriptures, do not believe that the Father and the Son are the same people. In fact, we think that is actually a very that's been a deception that has been orchestrated, and it is a great deception because when you are thinking that the Messiah and the Father are the exact same, then you start praying to the Messiah and you start praying to other entities and things of that nature, and it doesn't work like that. We've been told how to pray and how to do things like that. Gentlemen, how the heck are you guys doing?
Good.
How's your day?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. It's early morning here for us. Okay, it is a second day on the Creator's calendar of this week. It is the 18th day of his month. It is the 12th day on the Gregorian Babylonian calendar, and it is the 9th month out there. And I want to go over again some Bible stats from yesterday. You guys remember from yesterday what they were?
It was like
162:16.
160. That was the earlier. I don't remember what yesterday's was, but so far today, as of the 10th day of December? I just looked at that. 12th. I might just be mentally ill. Okay, 12. Yeah, so it's the 12th day. So 12 days into December, and so Yah has distributed 176 of one of his scriptures and 16 of the other one, and so we are at 7, 8, 9, 192. Between those, so that's the 192 scriptures that Yah has provided out there, and I think that's a good score. I think that's a huge success. How you guys doing? Anything else? You guys have anything groovy? Anything entertaining?
Not really. Not much. Just a normal day here.
Yeah, just a normal day here. Nothing bad, which is good. Okay, so we are in Luke 18, and I would have to say after Eli and Jaden went starting looking for commandments, I would have to say as a family we probably failed this complete mission because the whole goal of this segment of the law, statutes, and commands of Messiah Yahushua are to document anything, because we went through the Torah. We've been through the Torah, through Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and we carefully and meticulously documented the 174 commandments, give or take, that we can definitely do right now. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to document any other extra commands or any extra details, finite details. And we kind of just start reading this and we forget about it. Yesterday, Jade found a bunch of commands. And then last night, Eli found a bunch of commands and Jade found a bunch of commands. So we're documenting them, and we will get them listed up on Yahuwah and the Torah site. And we will make sure that we have them, because they are not additions, but they are things that will complete our Torah walk much better, because it gives us some finite details that we didn't have before. Okay, Luke 18, let's begin. And he spoke a parable to them. They should always pray and not lose heart. Okay, now before we go into this, I want to talk about this particular part right here, the very first line. He says this whole parable that we're about to read starts off about them praying and not losing heart. You guys understand this? Mm-hmm. Okay, so here it goes. Saying, verse 2. In a certain city there was a certain judge, not revering Elohim nor regarding man. And a widow was in that city, and she came to him saying, "Do right to me on my adversary." And he would not for a while. But afterward he said within himself, "Even if I do not revere Elohim nor regard man, yet because this widow troubles me, I shall do right to her, lest by her continual coming she wears me out." And the add-on said, "Hear what the unrighteous judge said. And shall Elohim not do right by all means to his own chosen ones who are crying out day and night to him and being patient over them? Okay, let's talk about this real quick. So this is something that when I read this one yesterday, to begin with, hold on here. We got some kitchen stuff going on here. Sorry, guys. That's Nicole banging away in the kitchen. So sorry about that. So when we were reading this, when I was reading this yesterday, it became very, very clear that we are need to pray and we need to seek our Creator in prayer over and over and over, but not as the pagans do. Like if you're sitting there saying something to the effect, please make me rich, please make me rich, please make me rich, please make me rich, over and over and over and over and over, that's probably what the pagans do. Or please heal this, please heal this, please heal. This parable basically tells us that we need to pray and we need to seek our Creator and we need to bug him. We need to put him to the test that he will take care of us. And this is very amazing because we have an unrighteous judge and he doesn't want to hear this woman because she's going to nag him until he has to do something. And he said it's going to wear him down. That it tells us a qualification, possibly something of our Creator. Will we nag him as we are praying enough to get what we are after if it is in his will? What do you guys think of this?
Yeah, after enough time, if you finally give in, when people don't stop asking for something, at some point you either tell them to go away and don't come back, or you give them what they want.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the squeaky wheel gets the oil. A lot of it has to do with like Eli. Yeah, definitely Eli. He can break you down. If he wants to get something, he will sit there and like just
he'll ask you and ask
whisper,
you and ask you.
Whisper it until you're like, just leave me alone, little kid. What's wrong with you? Okay, so this is the point is that we need to pray and we need to pray a lot and we need to ask our Creator for what it is that is on our mind. And this is the bottom line of that parable. I say to you, and this is talking about Yahuwah, I say to you that he shall do right to them speedily, but when the Ben of Adam comes, shall he find the belief on the earth. Okay, right there, it says that our Creator is going to help you out speedily. A lot of times people will pray for stuff and they won't get their prayers answered. How is that speedily, folks?
Well, because it's not the will of Yah. If you're, like you said, if you're praying to be rich, Yah's not going to just give you immense riches, right? He's not. It's not in his will to give you immense riches.
It could be fast to him because it's like 1,000 years is one day for him. So like, if he gives it take us 3 months, that's barely any time at all for him.
Yeah, well, of course, to Yah, it's not going to be any time whatsoever. But to us, I mean, a couple of days of sickness, and that becomes the end of the world to us. A lot of us don't want to be sick. A lot of us don't understand what time is, and a couple of days means everything. So here's another thing that Messiah Yahushua says. When the Ben of Adam comes, so when the Son of Adam comes, shall he find belief on the earth? This is our Messiah that is asking this question. This question should make all of us feel very odd inside. It should make us feel very bad because he's asking the question that when he comes, will anyone on earth believe? I guess that goes to all of you guys out there, all our little family out there. Where is your belief? Where is your faith? Do you believe that the Son of the Most High is going to come and deliver us? Do you believe that he came and he died for our sins? Do you believe that our Creator's walk, the Torah, is the right way forward, right? If we are not keeping the Torah, and this one comment that he makes right here, when the Ben of Adam comes, shall he find the belief on earth? Now, do the Jews believe in the Son of Adam?
No.
Why?
Because they believe he isn't the Messiah and there's somebody else coming for them.
Yeah, the Jews are still waiting for their Messiah. They're still waiting to build this third temple, and everybody's waiting for this. They're waiting for the Antichrist to come and sacrifice something in the temple, and they're believing stuff that doesn't have to happen or anything have to happen for any of this stuff. So the question that our Messiah has asked is, will he find belief on the earth? What is the answer to that? Can we answer him? Any one of you guys?
Yeah, I think he'll find some people.
Not a lot. He's going to find some. But if people are in Christianity and they're, say, for instance, they're eating pork or they're eating, any unclean food, do you have the belief in Messiah Yahushua?
I would say no.
You don't have I would have to say
you're missing like 50% of like your faith. You're missing 50%. You're going in with it only with like half of what you need, and you need 100%.
What does James say about faith without works?
He says, "Show me your faith without works. I'll show you my faith by my works."
Yeah, faith without works is dead, and that is what the whole point of this is. And others will say, "Well, Jason, you're not gonna, your works aren't going to save you." That's true, but did the work save Abraham?
Yeah,
Did the work save Jacob? What did it say? All of these guys.
It was a showing of their faith, right? Their works showed their faith.
I can tell you I believe, but it doesn't show you that I believe.
How do we show somebody we believe?
By doing what the Bible says to do.
Obedience, right?
We wear our zizis. We go out. We should wear our zizis, and that
Among
makes
other
people
things.
question what are these zizis? What are these things dangling from your waist?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so here we go. And he also spoke this parable to some who relied on themselves that they were righteous and looking down on others. 2 men went up to the mikdash to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood and began to pray with himself this way: Elohim, I thank you that I am not like the rest of men, swindlers, unrighteous, adulterers, or even as this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give tithes of all that I possess. But the tax collector, standing at a distance, would not even raise his eyes to the Shamaim, but was beating his breast, saying, Elohim, show favor unto me, a sinner. I say unto you, this man went down to his house declared right, rather than the other. For everyone who is exalting himself shall be humbled, and he who is humbling himself shall be exalted. Okay, that's huge. These are huge words right here, right? These are, it's the kingdom of heaven is made up of like people like children, right? It is made up of humble people. It is made up of people who are kind, who are gentle. The salt of the earth, right? It's the meek. And so, what do you guys make of this parable? What do you guys make of that? So essentially, you have the Pharisee
It wasn't even a prayer. It was more like a boast to Yah. Like, look how great I am. Look how great I am, Yah. I'm better than most men. And Yah is not asking us to sit there and say, oh, how great we are. Oh, I made this much money this week. Oh, I've done this great things. Look how great I am, Yah. And he wants our love. He wants our obedience. He wants our heart. He doesn't want our words that say, oh, we're so amazing.
Yeah, Isaiah was talking about, all about the Pharisees and their idle words and how these people worship me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Okay, 16. But Yahushua called them to him and said, let the little children come to me, and do not forbid them, for of such is the reign of Elohim. Truly I say to you, whoever does not receive the reign of Elohim as a little child shall certainly not enter into it. Okay, what is he saying, Eli? Does it mean that we need to throw in a temper tantrum or something? Or what does it mean about being as a little child?
We need to have faith in a little child, because if you tell a little child anything, he will believe it.
Yeah, exactly, right. And
If you tell them they can fly, they'll be like, I can fly.
Right, and they will jump off the couch. You guys remember when you guys used to think you could fly?
Yeah, I was very young.
Yes, remember when we used to jump off the couch and think you guys could fly? That was cool, huh? Yeah. Did you guys ever fly?
No.
Nope.
We got pictures of it. It looks like you guys are flying. You guys remember the pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good times. You guys were really small. Okay, 18. And a certain ruler asked him, saying, Good teacher, what shall I do to inherit everlasting Kai? So Yahushua said to him, Why do you call me good? No one is good except one, Elohim. Back to the Christian conundrum, right? The Christian conundrum is that our Creator and His Son are the exact same people. So this verse alone would either convict or not convict our Messiah, right? He says he is not Elohim right here. Somebody called him good. He says, why do you call me good?
And if he was supposed to be Yahuwah, he would say, no one is good except me.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's saying. And he's saying, I am not good, that no one is good except Elohim. Does that mean Messiah Yahushua was bad?
No, that just means that true goodness only comes from Yah, right? Only good, because humans are not perfect. There's no perfection in humans, no matter what, whether sin or blemish or blood or anything. There's no perfection in humans, and only Yahuwah is perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this is what he's doing, is he's showing that everybody needs to put their reverence and their respect towards the Father, right? Yah. Okay. 20. You know the commands. Do not commit adultery. Do not murder. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Respect your father and your mother. And he said, all these have I watched over from my youth. Okay, now in 20, we have people before that say the book of Luke is not doctrine. They were like, well, here is the Son of the Most High, and he gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 commandments. Where's the rest of them? Where's the keeping the Sabbath? Where's the rest of this? And people will literally take this book and throw it in the trash because the Messiah Yahushua didn't repeat every commandment there was.
He gave you the most basic, most obvious ones. That's what he did. He would have been sitting there going. He would have been out for hours. All right, don't eat pig. Don't eat shrimp. Don't eat this. All right, don't look your sister naked. Are you making sure you see something? When you see it, are you going to the priest about it? How's this going? When you murder someone, are you doing this? Are you keeping all this? He would have been there for hours. He was giving them a baseline commands, right? The basic commands. Everyone knows not to steal, not to murder, right? That's the basic commands everyone knows. That's what they're supposed to know.
Yep. And he said, this guy he was saying this to, all these I have watched over from my youth. And hearing this, Yahushua said to him, yet one you lack. Sell all that you have and distribute to the poor, and you shall have treasure in the Shamayim. And come, follow me. But when he heard this, he became intensely sad, for he was extremely rich. Okay, these are hard words, right? The one thing that I have noticed, most people with a lot of money is number one is they get very paranoid because everybody and their dog tries to shake them down. Like if you have any kind of cash whatsoever, you end up with friends that you wouldn't know you had as friends, and everybody's there for a reason. And that makes the people with money very, very paranoid. And so people with a lot of money usually end up getting very eccentric. And that's what I've noticed about that. Not all, but most. And so it is hard. And the more, and I remember watching this back in the days, I was watching this TV show, it was in Babylon. It was called Shark Tank, and it was a whole bunch of Satanists that had sold their souls and they had all this money, and so people come in and flip these ideas to them. And one of these billionaire guys that was sitting there, they were bidding on this thing, and he's like talking about, he's like, money has no emotion. He's like, all I want to do with money is just make more money. He's like, money doesn't care whose hands it's in, but it should be in my hands. And then when you see this attitude and these people who have, they fly around in private jets and they have just infinite cash, and their goal is to have more money. And it's like it's just like they're very cold and very callous. And so when Messiah Yahushua said this, this guy got really sad because when you have that kind of money, the last thing you want to do is get rid of it, right? Because that's, you don't become rich by giving your money away. Okay, 24. And when Yahushua saw that he became intensely sad, he said, how hard is it for those who have riches to enter into the reign of Elohim? For it is easier for a camel to enter through a needle's eye than for a rich man to enter into the reign of Elohim. And for those who have never heard any of our readings and things like this, there is a little tiny hole in Jerusalem, inside the wall of Jerusalem. It's called the needle's eye. And it is about this, it's a itty bitty tiny doorway, and a man could make it through this. But if you attempted to try a camel or your goods or anything else, you're not going to make it through the eye of this thing. And so it is easier for a camel to make it through this itty bitty tiny thing that literally a camel would not make it through. So if that sounds weird that you're trying to thread a camel through the needle's eye, I don't think that what it mean. But at the same time, yeah, it could be wild. You might get a camel through an eye of a needle better than a rich man getting to heaven. So that's hard words. 26. And those who heard it said, and who is able to be saved? And he said, what is impossible with men is possible with Elohim. And Kepha said, see, we have left all and followed you. And he said to them, truly I say to you, there is no one who has left house or parents or brothers or wife or children for the sake of the reign of Elohim, who shall not receive many times more in this present time and in the age to come, everlasting Kai. Okay, so these are huge promises right here, right? This is something that people don't understand. When we give everything that we have to the poor, when we take care of the others, when we do all of this, we're not seeking treasures on this earth. We are fixing those who are broken, because that is what the commandments are. We are to help the widows. We're to help the orphans. We are to help those in need. We are to give our hearts. We are to love people. And by that love, people will want that same kind of love we had. Are we just born with this kind of love that we just love people? No. We're told to love our neighbor. We're told to forgive our neighbor. We're told to love our brother. We're told everything. It's all about compassion. It's all about love. And so when we are willing to leave our family, our house, whatever it is, or our family forsakes us, or nobody wants to talk to us because we are keeping the laws of God, or Yah, right, as they say, that's what it is about. And so when you are denied earthly friendships, love, families, things of that nature, that's a good sign. It means you're going to get paid in the world to come. And even getting payment in the world to come, that's not what this is about. It is about our love and compassion that we have for the creatures of Yah that he made. Every single person, our brothers, our sisters, our enemies, the people that doesn't matter who it is, they are still loved, and they were still intricately designed by our Creator, and their hairs are numbered. He knows them, and even though they reject him, he still knows them, and he still loves them. Any parent is still going to love their kids, even if the kids are wild. Okay, and taking the 12 aside, he said to them, "See, we are going up to Jerusalem, and all that have been written by the Nebian about the Ben of Adam shall be accomplished. For he shall be delivered up to the Gentiles, and shall be mocked, and insulted, and spat upon, and having flogged him, they shall kill him, and on the third day he shall rise again." But they understood none of this, and this word was hidden from them, and they did not know what was being said. So he was either speaking in words they couldn't get, or their minds were closed, or they could not figure this out. I mean, and this is a hard future to have, that you know you're going to be flogged, killed, spit, mocked, insulted. Anybody want to sign up for that?
I mean, he knew isn't like what exact day or what exact time, how he's gonna die, and how brutal his death's gonna be. It's just it's a hard thing as a human to keep your composure and just go through that without just running away. Like, you just run for your life, like go to the next country's over instead of dealing with this.
Yeah, and every single day, the time that passes and your time gets shorter and shorter, it's going to, anybody that lived to know their date of death is going to be bad. It's like a person who's being executed, right? You know you're going to die at 12:01 on, whatever time, and it goes down. There's nothing that you can do. This is really hard to deal with. Okay. And it came to be that as he was coming near Jericho, that a certain blind man was sitting by the way begging. And hearing a crowd passing by, he asked what it meant. And they reported to him that Yahushua of Nazareth was passing by. And he cried out, saying, "Yahushua, Ben of David, have compassion on me." And those going before were rebuking him that he should be silent. But he was crying out much more, "Ben of David, have compassion on me." And so this is the squeaky wheel, guys. This is the same kind of stuff that we have to be a squeaky wheel to get what we are after when we are praying. And it has to be in the will of Yah. And Yahushua stopped and commanded him to be brought to him. And when he had come near, he asked him, saying, "What do you want me to do for you?" And he said, "Adonai, receive my sight." And Yahushua said to him, "Receive your sight. Your belief has saved you." And immediately he received his sight and was following him, praising Elohim. And all the people seeing it gave praise to Elohim. Okay, so that is that. I guess this is the end of this reading, and we are now doing, for anybody that wants to do any kind of proof reading at all on this, what you guys see down here in this bottom it's not a new translation, but it is the very first translation that we have, that we can use the name of our Messiah, and we can also, it has the correct name of our Messiah, and also has the correct name of our Creator, as well as other stuff. And so we are going through currently, and let me do a little this before we get you guys out of here. So we are going through all of this, and if you guys go to yahuandthetorah.net, and you click on online scriptures, this is what we have so far of the scriptures that we have gotten. I guess it's not even translated, but it is kind of a translation. It's not going from a version we don't know, but it is going from something that's hard to understand. And so we're putting this together, and so we are trying to get people who want to do proofreading on this stuff and basically go through Genesis all the way through here. And we have a set of little things on how to actually do the proofreading right. And If you guys are interested in this is a wonderful project. This is an amazing project. This is something that you guys will, we're basically putting the word of Yah online with the proper names, and it will be free. Everything out here is free. Everything we're doing is completely free, and if you guys want to be part of this, send us an email, jboss008@gmail.com. That's jboss008@gmail.com, and we would love to have you guys on here. And every chapter that we do, every verse that is out there that we're able to release to people is just amazing. And when this is completely done, we will compile all of this into a application, and this application will be available on Android and anything else. It's going to take a while. It will probably take years. And so we are committed to this project. Nicole is committed to this project. And we are ready if you guys are ready. So let us know. That's it, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, everybody out there. We are done. And
That's it.
that's it. Okay.
All right, shalom.
All right, shalom.